Okay, let's take a look here at number 5, question number 5 from the May 2016 Algebra 1 release STAAR test. And in this example, sometimes it's helpful to look at your answer choices to determine which way is the best way to go about approaching the solution of this problem. Okay, so let's take a look at our answer choices. Okay, so let's look at the slope specifically. Okay, so on A, our slope on this one is -3. Okay, so -3. Our answer B has a slope of -1. Okay, so M is -1. And then for C, we have M is 3. And then for answer choice D, we have M equals 1. Okay, so you can see that none of our slopes repeat. Okay, so they're all unique. So that means if we can properly identify our slope, we'll be able to identify the correct answer. Okay, so I think that's the fastest way to approach it. So so let's go ahead and read the problem. The table represents some points on the graph of a linear function. Okay, so they're telling us specifically it's a linear function. Okay, so we know that it doesn't matter which 2 points we pick and apply it to the slope formula, we're going to get the same slope. Okay, so it doesn't matter which 2 points because they're all points on the line, which has a constant rate of change. So let's go ahead and pick the first 2 points. Okay, so I'm going to call this one P1, call this P2, and let's take another look at our table for a second. Okay, so look here, as x increases, x is going up, we notice that our y values are going down. Okay, it goes 12, 0, into negative, and to bigger, and then more negative. Okay, so what that's telling us is as x goes up, our y's goes down. So that tells us our slope is negative. Okay, our slope is negative. So without even doing the slope formula, we can go ahead and rule out any positive slope. So let's take a look and mark out any positive slope. Okay, so our last 2 answer choices both have positive slopes, so let's go ahead and mark those 2 out. Okay, so now we're down to 2 answer choices. Alright, so let's go ahead and use the slope formula. So our slope formula again is M equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Okay, so let's go ahead and plug in our values from our 2 points here. So our y2 is going to be 0 minus, and then our y1 is 12. Okay, and then our x2 is going to be minus 3.5. And be careful that we have a double negative here, so go ahead and put any of your coordinates that are negative, go ahead and put them in parentheses, especially when they come second. So we have negative 7.5. Okay, and let's go ahead and simplify the top. So 0 minus 12 is negative 12. Okay, so you're at 0 on the number line. You try to go backwards 12 more units, so you're going to be at negative 12. Okay, and negative 3.5 plus 7.5 is going to give us a positive 4. So a negative divided by positive is going to give us negative 3. And as we can see, our answer choices, we only have one negative 3, so A should be our proper answer.